Hello friends, today in this video I am going to tell about symmetry group. We will discuss about length and order of the permutation and transposition, odd and even permutation, and lastly we will discuss about how to find inverse of any permutation. In this video I am going to tell about many things, so let's begin today's video. First we know what is a symmetric group. Symmetric group. Let Sn be a set of all permutation, that is, it is a set of all function f from S to S such that all the permutations are bijection map, and let the coordinate of this set S is n. Then this is a set of all permutation on the set S with coordinate n. Then this set forms a group. This set forms a group which is known as symmetric group. Symmetric group with symbol n, because the set S has the coordinate n. So this is called symmetric group of with symbol n, and it is denoted by Sn. Now the order of this group will be equal to factorial of n. It is equal to factorial of n because we know that total number of bijection on the set with coordinate n is equal to factorial of n, and this is nothing but set of all bijection map on this set. So the order of Sn, this group, will be equal to factorial of n. Now we will see what is the identity permutation on this group. Identity permutation. So let E be the identity element on Sn if all the elements in this permutation E are self-mapped. Self-mapped, that is, each element is mapped to itself. For example, if E belongs to S4, that is, E is the identity element or identity permutation on S4 where set S is 1, 2, 3, 4, then E can be given as the permutation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 maps to 1, 2 maps to 2, 3 maps to 3, and 4 maps to itself 4. So this is the representation of identity permutation on S4 defined on this set S. It can be also denoted by this form: single cycle 1, single cycle 2, 3, and 4. Now going to our next concept, that is order of any permutation. Order of any permutation. First we will discuss about basic definition of order of any permutation. Let f be any permutation on Sn. Then there exists a smallest positive natural number, say m, such that f raised to the power m is equal to E, where E is the identity permutation discussed here. Identity permutation. Then this m is smallest natural number is called order of the permutation f. This is the basic definition of order of any permutation. Now we are going to see the method to finding the order of any permutation. Method to find order. In step 1, we have to first convert any given cycle or permutation into disjoint form. To convert any cycle into disjoint form, We will take the examples. Now we are going to define the method only. In step 2, we are going to apply the formula for the order. The formula is order is equal to LCM of length of first cycle, length of first cycle, length of second cycle, length of third cycle, and so on. So this is the formula for order of any cycle. And what is the length of any cycle? We are going to take some examples. Let 4, 5, 6. This is a cycle here. To determine the length of this cycle, we have to only do the counting of elements. Here 1, 2, 3. So the total number of elements are 3. So its length is 3. If this is a cycle, then the length of this cycle is 2 because there are 2 elements A and B. So this is the concept of length of any cycle. This is very simple. So I hope you understood the meaning of length. Now we are going to take some examples of cycle and we are going to determine the order. For this we are going to take another page. The first example is 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. So in order to find the order of this cycle, first we have to convert this cycle into the disjoint form. As we can see that 1 and 4 are common elements. So we have to first convert into the disjoint form. For it we have to multiply these two cycles. We know the method to multiplication of any cycles. First write 1, image of 1 is 4 and image of 4 is 1. So close. Now start with 2. Image of 2 is 3 and image of 3 is 3. So write 3. Now image of 3 is 1 and image of 1 is 5. So write 5. Now find image of 5. Image of 5 is 5 and image of 5 is 4. So write 4. Now find image of 4. Image of 4 is 2 and image of 2 is 2. So write 2, but 2 is already here. So close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the elements are here. So this is the disjoint form. Now we can determine the order of this cycle. So formula is LCM of length of each individual cycles. So length of this first cycle is 1 because there is one element. So 1. And length of this cycle is 4 because there are 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is LCM of 1 and 4. It is equal to 4. So the order of this cycle is 4. Now example number 2. 1, 2, 3. Clearly this is the disjoint form, so we have nothing to do in this column, and we can clearly find the order LCM of length of each cycle. There is only one cycle, so length is 3, 1, 2, 3. So LCM of 3 is 3. So the order of this cycle is 3. Example number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clearly this is also in disjoint form. So the disjoint form is this. So the order is LCM of length of first cycle and second cycle. Length of first cycle is 3 and length of cycle is 3. LCM of 3 and 3 is 3. So the order of this cycle is again 3. Example number 4. Take this cycle 2 and 3. The disjoint form is again 2 and 3 and order is LCM of length of this cycle 2. So the order of this cycle is 2. Also the length of this cycle is 2. The last example is 2 3 1 4. Clearly this is in the disjoint form. So 2 3 1 4, and order is given by LCM of length of first cycle, which is 2, and length of second cycle, which is again 2. So LCM of 2 and 2 is 2. So the order of this cycle is again 2. Now coming to our next concept. Our next concept is transposition. Transposition is nothing but a cycle of length 2. A cycle of length 2 is called as a transposition. For example, AB. This is cycle of length 2. 1 2 4 5. So these are the examples of transposition because these are cycles of length 2. In our example here, example number 4 is an example of transposition. And in example number 5, this cycle is a product of two transposition, first transposition and second transposition. So this is the product of two transposition. Now our next concept is a theorem. It says that any permutation can be expressed as product of transposition. To understand this theorem, we are going to take our previous examples again. So in order to convert any permutation into the product of transposition, first we have to write them in the disjoint form, like this we have done. So transposition form, we are going to make another column here, transposition form. So if you want to convert these permutation into the transposition form, so we are in the disjoint form first. So we write again this cycle 2 3 4 5 4. Then in order to convert into the product of transposition, as it is this single cycle, so we have nothing to do here, but here we have to do like this. First write first element 2 and 3, it is the first transposition. Then again write 2 and 5, close, and again write 2 and 4, like this. So this is the expression of product of transposition from this disjoint form of permutation. And for the example number 2, the disjoint form is 1 2 3. So if you want to convert this into the product of transposition, so again first write 1 and then write 2, it is the first transposition. Again write 1 and write 3, this is the second transposition. So this is the of product of transposition of this disjoint form of cycle. It is clearly the method of old telephone dialing method. It is similar. Now if we want to do for the example number 3, so the disjoint form is like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So first convert this cycle into the product of transposition. First write 1 and 2, close, 1 and 3, close, 4 and 5, close, 4 and 6. So these are the product of 4 transposition here. Similarly for this example 2 3, it is already in the transposition form, so we have nothing to do here, and here also it is a product of transposition, so we have nothing to do here also. Now going to our next concept of even and odd permutation. The method to determine whether a permutation is even or odd: first write given permutation in disjoint form like we did in our example, then write into the form of product of transposition by this theorem. Product of transposition. Then if the number of transposition is odd, then that permutation will be called as odd permutation. We will understand by the example. Now if number of transposition is even, then that permutation will be called as even permutation. To understand clearly, we are going to take our previous examples again. So the example number 1, we have to count the number of transposition here, 1 2 3. So the number of transposition here is 3, which is an odd number, so this permutation is an odd permutation. Here for the example number 2, the number of transposition is 2, which is an even number, so this is an even permutation. This permutation is an even permutation. We have to count the number of transposition from this form. So for this example number 3, the number of transposition is 1 2 3 4, that is 4. 4 is an even number, so this permutation is an even permutation. And here the number of transposition is 1, and 1 is an odd number, so this permutation is an odd permutation, that is every transposition is an odd permutation. Here it is a transposition. Now in fifth example, the number of transposition is 1 and 2. 2 is an even number, so this permutation is an even permutation. So clearly we can observe from these examples that if the order is an odd number, that is order of permutation is an odd number, here 3 and 3, then that permutation is surely an even permutation. Here also even permutation, here also even permutation. But if the order of any permutation is an even number, then we cannot say whether it is odd permutation or even. Like this, here the order is 2, which is the permutation is an odd permutation. But here for this example, the order is 2, which is an even number, but the permutation is even permutation. Here odd permutation and even permutation, but for both the permutation the order is an even number, which is 2. So we can observe that if order of any permutation is odd, then this implies that permutation is an even permutation. But order of any permutation is even, then it can be either even or odd. So this is a note here, we have to remember always. Now we are going to our next and last concept of today's video, which is inverse of any permutation. Let f be any permutation from Sn, then there exists a permutation G from Sn such that f into G is equal to G into f equal to E, where E is the entanglement. Then G is called the inverse of f. So this is the basic definition of inverse of any permutation. Now we are going to take some examples. Let 1, 4, 2, 3. This is a permutation. Then the inverse of f can be represented by, just write elements in the reverse order. First write 3, then write 2, then write 4, and then write 1. So this is the inverse of this cycle. If any cycle is in this form 1, 4, 2, 3 and 4, 5, then how can we find the inverse of this permutation? First we have to convert this into disjoint form. Here 4 and 4 are common, so we have to first convert into the disjoint form. Just multiply it. Write 1, image of 1 is 4 and image of 4 is 5, so write 5. Image of 5 is 5, image of 5 is 4, so write 4. Image of 4 is 2, image of 2 is 2, so write 2. Image of 2 is 3, image of 3 is 3, so write 3. And image of 3 is 1, image of 1 is 1, so write 1. 1 is already here, so close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the elements are here, so this is complete. Now we can find the inverse of f. Just write the elements in reverse order. First write 3, 2, 4, 5 and 1. And if, example number 3, if f is 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, then f inverse will be equal to, just write the inverse of element from the first cycle, that is 3, 2, 1 and 5, 4. Now example number 4. If a permutation is like 2, 3, that is it is a transposition, then its inverse is 3, 2, and we know that 3, 2 is equal to 2, 3 by the cyclic form of any permutation. So here we can easily say that inverse of any transposition is itself. The next example is that 1, 2, 3, 4. The inverse of this permutation can be given as, first write element in reverse order from the first cycle, that is 2, 1 and 4, 3, and it is equal to 1, 2 by the cyclic form and 3, 4. So here we can see that f and f inverse are equal, but this is not a transposition, this is a product of transposition. So we can easily imply that permutation, any permutation of order 2 is self-inverse. We know that any element of order 2 is self-inverse, so any permutation also of order 2 will be self-inverse. So this is a note again here, any permutation of order 2 is self-inverse. So I hope you understood all the concept of today's video. So thank you for watching.